I don't know what's going on.
Why did they? Is he out? Okay, well that's not funny actually, because he's not supposed to be out here. He escaped into the kitchen.
I gotta go put him in a high chair.
How's your muscle fever? Are you fully recovered?
I am.
You feel a little better?
Yes, I do. I think it was less about the soreness and more about like repairing the muscle and being hydrated.
Yeah, you were probably super dehydrated.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You've been doing good since though, man. I rarely in the last 24 hours have I seen you without holding some type of water, a bottle of water or something.
It's good, man.
Now it's how you got to live your life. It's super hydrated. I'm telling you.
People don't drink enough water. I mean, I don't. You think you do, but you're not.
Oh, I know. I was talking to somebody and they were talking about dehydration. Like, people don't realize, like, so many people are walking around dehydrated, and it is like the cause of why they don't look good, why they don't feel good. You know what I mean? It's just, if you start out dehydrated, it's hard to have any other quality outside of that.
Yes, I'm definitely trying to hydrate more.
You learned that the hard way, man.
Yeah, I did.
Today's episode is powered up by AspireNutrition.com. More on AspireNutrition.com and how we're integrating their awesome products, not just into Cal's diet for his little autism tummy. It's so important with those probiotics. But now the whole family's on them, and we're all jacked up and excited about it. Everything from multivitamins to omegas. Going to start this new detox with those guys next week. I'm excited about that, too. So more on that a little bit later on in the show. I wanted to get to real quick, because we talked about this yesterday, just a quick mention of the sensory sensitive Sundays. Dear God, try to rip that one out real quick. Sensory sensitive Sundays. I guess once you get on a roll, you can do it. That's at Chuck E. Cheese. They open the doors 2 hours early on the first Sunday of every month. And this is specifically for children with autism and other special needs. They reduce their lighting and noise. Food and games are offered, and they have a trained and caring staff, as they describe it, at Chuck E. Cheese. So really cool that they're doing that stuff. Good job, Chuck E. Cheese.
And we can post the locations that are offering it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of different places, so.
Oh, it's everywhere. Yeah, California, Colorado, Connecticut. We'll post it all over Florida. Seems like almost every state, to be honest with you. But obviously not all their locations.
Yeah.
But there's... I'm going down the list. There's hundreds. My God, if you live in Texas, there's tons. All right, so
there's a lot of places that offer things like this. You just have to search. So
yeah, I know by us you said Studio Movie Grill, and I don't know that that's everywhere. Is that everywhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think they have other locations. Yes, Studio Movie Grill is a movie theater where they come and serve you, so you don't have to go and get your own food and stuff. It's very comfortable. I love it there. But they offer a special needs screening once a month on a Saturday at 12:30, but you have to search for it.
Yeah, and I think, though, wherever you live, like, you may not have a Studio Movie Grill, or as the kids call it, an SMG.
Yes.
But if you don't have an SMG by you, you have to sort of look at whatever you have by you and just reach out and call and ask if they offer something. You'd be surprised. It's kind of growing. A lot more spots are offering more opportunities for this kind of stuff. There needs to be, we talked about this. There needs to be, I don't know what it would be, maybe a website. I don't know what it is, but something that has ongoing information about things that are offered for special needs families.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so businesses can at least market, hey, we offer this. We have X, X, and X for special needs. Like, there needs to be that resource.
Yeah, and that movie screening, they keep the lights on, which is nice.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
They keep the lights on. It's supposed to be a little lower, the sound, and then the kids are allowed to, like, wander around if they want.
Yeah.
They can get out of their seat.
There just needs to be a resource for families to go, oh, I didn't know this was available, and now it is. I think there's one, I just saw something online the other day. There's a big aquarium that's doing a special thing. It's not by us. I forget where I saw it at, but they're doing a thing on the weekends where it's sensory stuff that you can come like 3 hours before they open, and they do different things and different settings of light, different noises, volumes of the background noise and everything. Anyway, it's all catered to autism, spectrum, special needs and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's really cool.
It is cool.
But I just not as many people know about that as need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're about to start working with a real estate agent, and we were talking with her, and her whole thing is like, look, I'm going to offer families who are moving to certain locations, you may love this house, but here's the thing. in your area, these are the things that are available to special needs families. But in this area, you're a lot closer to X, 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 and X for special needs, you know?
Right.
Because that is a game changer of special needs. You literally will make a decision on moving somewhere depending on the access you have to special needs resources.
Yeah.
You know, things
That's
like
awesome.
that. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's why, like, we're never leaving this area because of what we have for Cal.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything we need is right here.
everything we couldn't have gotten any luckier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, of course, coupled with the weather and the pool that he loves and the beach and all of that stuff, it just makes sense for us. So they're just, yeah, I feel like there needs to be more resources for people to know that. Like, a lot of businesses and companies are doing great things. It's just nobody's hearing about it,
I know.
you know?
Yeah. Well, it's all new.
And we hear about that stuff and we're like, oh my God, we're totally in, you know, like we're in.
Yes. And when we find it, we'll share it.
So Ruff, oh my God, you had a horrible, we didn't talk about this because it was yesterday after the,
Right.
or did we?
No, we didn't talk about it. I had a horrible drop off yesterday. The worst it's ever been.
Worst ever. Like if it was 1 to 10, it would be 100.
Yeah, it was the worst thing ever. So before we even left the house, he said, no school, no school. I don't know what's going on.
Why
What's
did they,
going on,
is he
Ken?
out? Okay, well that's not funny actually because he's not supposed to be out here. He escaped into the kitchen.
I got to go put him in his high chair.
All right, we're back after a 2-minute pause there. So it's first off, our kids think it's funny when he escapes and runs around the house. Like Trey's in there looking at us laughing. I'm like, dude, it's not funny.
I know.
Like, it's not funny that he got out and he's running around the house.
I know.
They think it's hilarious.
I know. Anyways, we're on the way to school. He's saying no
Jerk.
school, no school. He wants to go play. I call his new facility that he goes to Mondays and Wednesdays play place because I don't know what else to call it. So he's like, I want to go to the play place. And I'm like, no, we're going to school. So then I did a video. I posted the video. It did not work. We get to school. First of all, he wouldn't put his shoes on. So I put flip-flops on. As soon as we arrive in the parking lot, he rips off his flip-flops. So I get him out of the car on my hip with no shoes on at all. I go to the gate. He's crying. They will not take him back without his shoes on. And he's not putting them on. So then they call the behavioral specialist. She comes out. I've never met her before.
Which is weird because we're a year and a half into this school.
Yes. And him having autism, I should know the behavioral specialist. She comes, rips him out of my arms, and takes him away screaming and crying.
Okay, I don't know about rips him out.
Okay, fine.
That's a little dramatic.
Grabs him out of my arms.
Yeah.
Okay. And as she's doing it, I'm like, oh, you're so-and-so. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I've never met you before. She doesn't say anything. She takes him out of my arms as he's crying. All his stuff's on the floor. And they're like, we'll take it back later. She's like, say bye to mommy. And he's like, ah. And I'm like, that was it. And I had to go to work. So I was like, I didn't like how that was handled necessarily. It was fine, whatever. I get in my car, go to work.
Listen,
I text the teachers.
You're never going to like anything that school does. Like, so no matter what happens, you're just like, I'm done with these people.
Well, my expectations are pretty high. I feel like as it should be. Anyways, I text the teacher. I'm like, please let me know when he's okay. And she texts me like an hour later. He's better now. I never got an email from the behavioral specialist, which I thought was really weird, especially that was our first encounter. But like I said, maybe my expectations are too high. I don't know.
Well,
But he was screaming bloody murder.
You're certainly getting, like we're getting a different experience at, so for instance, you're comparing it to these other places, like his therapy.
Yeah, and also
but
how
you
his
can't-
ABA therapist handles stuff.
I
Because
know.
she's a behavioral specialist.
I know, but so, like when we see his therapist, she has one thing on her mind. It's Cal.
Yes.
It's so much different. Like these people have dozens and dozens of kids. You know what I'm saying? They wake up to hundreds of emails, I'm sure, to people like you. Which,
Well, I didn't send an email.
I
But
know.
I mean, I would like to, but
No.
I just feel like, what's the point?
wait, I hate to tell you what's the point. Honestly. And
so-
people are going to say, oh, don't give up, whatever. Yeah, well, until because it's not these people. It's not these therapists. I'm telling you, I've done the research. It's not them. Like 99% of them get up and they want to go and really make that difference, do that work. It's the system. It's so screwed up.
Okay, she
It's
didn't
so-
rip him out of my arms, but she took him out of my arms, carried him back with no shoes on. The lady at the gate was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, we're just not allowed to do that. She has to do it," which I understand.
Yeah, no. And that's actually, I think that's good. I think only somebody specially trained should have to do it. You know,
Can
'cause-
put hands on him.
Yes. So I think that's good. I really do. Like I'm glad that they have that in place. So that's something that is a positive. Now, as far as the ripping him out of your hands, I know what you're saying. That's how it felt, but that's what you both wanted. You wanted him to go to her, so it wasn't like
I did, and I
know
was in
it's
a
just
hurry.
ripping out. Sounds like she grabbed him, like you didn't want. Get what I'm saying?
No, but
Like
she just didn't even try to talk to him or anything.
I know. Well, that's not good.
I mean, Lolo, our ABA therapist, would have talked him through it.
I
Would
know,
have
she doesn't
calmed
have
him
time.
down.
I know, but
Would have calmed him down before she took him back. This lady didn't even say hi.
She didn't because she just did this 5 other times.
Well, then they need more of them.
Hello,
I know.
the system screwed up.
Well, yes, and this is the complaints you get from special needs parents. Because
I know.
that woman is also
But to
handling
blame
the
her-
typical kid.
I know, but I'm telling you that I would bet on it. That lady's working her butt off and trying her best, and probably goes home every day exhausted, beat up, underpaid, and frustrated.
Well,
Watch her watch tomorrow. She gets arrested because she's an axe murderer, and I look like an idiot. But anyway, but I'm blindly taking her back. But it really is a system. That's why I always talk about the school board thing. They just have nobody that really. I shouldn't say nobody. Most anybody has no awareness of special needs. It's like I say, those clowns should show up for a week. The school board clowns. And actually go to a special needs drop off and pick up. Like, really?
I know.
Like I want you to go there and talk to some of the parents, or just see forget talking. All they do is talk. Just go there and watch and see what's going on. I mean, and do that and go, okay, there's an opportunity here to make things a little better. You know what I mean? To make life a little bit better. But I know you felt bad. And one thing I will say that is weird, that again, and I think it's the system. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this woman isn't great, but I believe she's probably really working hard. There needs to be more communication. Like there should, if nothing else, because you said you didn't even know what she looks like. Like at the
I didn't until I saw her yesterday.
Why
That's why
can't
I said
they do a weekly video update? Literally, it could be 60 seconds or 2 minutes. Hi, I'm so and so. These are the things that we've worked on this week. If you have any concerns, or just feedback, here's my email. Literally a weekly video. I mean, it would literally take a minute or two to do and send out to parents. Or how about this? How about an intro at the beginning of the year? Hi, I'm Leslie,
Yeah.
and I am the ABA for the school, or the behavioral therapist for the school, and here's my background. Here's what I'm all about. Here's my email for feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be nice to know what she looks like and kind of her style and everything. I agree with that.
Well, I had 10 minutes to go to work. So I would have stayed there and calmed him down. But I literally booked a client at 8:45, which was like, I'm like, of course you're doing this the day that I can't. I don't have the time. So I let her take him out of my arms. But that only made matters worse, the way she handled it.
Yeah, that's a problem, though. And it's
especially him.
Yeah. And so, because you know how the saying is, if you've met one kid with autism, then you've met one kid with autism.
Yes.
Maybe that works for other kids. Maybe they need that quick scene change, or that quick transition, right? Like, okay, now you're here, now you're not. Boom. With him, oh no, that's the wrong thing to do. But she doesn't know that because there's one. But again, we've offered 100 million times, like 100 million times. Can our ABA just come into the school?
Yes.
And help with transition? And they're like, they don't want the outside help. It's so weird.
Well, the fact that it took him an hour to calm down, I mean, like you just said, the transitions. Sometimes we have to go back to square one just because to help that transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like sometimes we move too fast and we have to go back to the beginning to make him feel better.
Yeah, you actually have to go back to the beginning.
Yes.
And you almost have to say to yourself, okay, let's reset what we're doing, because it got jumbled up somewhere in the process. But the challenge, of course, is you don't know where it got jumbled up. So you have to go back to the beginning. And
the beginning for him would have been to go back to the gate, put his shoes on, and then walk to the classroom.
Yeah, and maybe do a video while you're doing the whole thing. He likes when things are being documented. He likes it.
Yes.
It makes him feel good. Who knows why, but to see it being documented as it's going on, and then he just knows it's being documented. He may want to go back later in the day and watch it. And so for him knowing that he can do that, I sort of think, don't ask me why. I have no I have no training in this. I sort of feel like the comfort of him knowing that he'll be able to go back and watch this makes him feel better with going on with the process.
Right.
Boy, that's a loud cough from somebody.
And dramatic. It was from Cal.
Oh my God, what was that? Oh,
yeah.
God,
Anyways,
is this how Friday's gonna go? I just sort of feel it. Here we go.
well, he's home today with his ABA therapist, and on Fridays we're gonna start doing outings.
We came up with a thing called Field Trip Fridays.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of ourselves.
I know. I think it's important.
Oh, and I forgot today's Funyuns Friday also. God,
Oh,
Fridays
yes.
are getting busy. Jeez.
Oh well.
So we will. So today I'm not sure. We were gonna go to the aquarium. I don't know. The weather's like
I'm gonna probably take him to a sensory play place.
instead.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying if the weather's bad. I haven't even looked out there.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks. It's cloudy, but it's. I didn't see any rain.
Well, we can talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Anyways, yes. I mean, I can see by her taking him out of my arms, like getting away from the situation. Let's not look at mommy anymore because you want to be with mommy. You can do that with a typical kid, but for him, it just didn't work. So, anyways.
Yeah. I think
He's asking for pizza.
he said more pizza. Did he have it? He hasn't had pizza yet.
No, but he wants some for breakfast.
My God. We've created a monster. The pizza monster.
Yes.
We're going to need a pizza endorsement here pretty soon.
We do.
We're running through these pizzas like crazy, man.
I make him a frozen pizza every day, and there
Oh
has
my-
to be leftovers in the fridge.
Oh, my God.
And the kids are not allowed to touch that last piece of pizza.
Oh, we have these new rules now. It's hilarious. Like, it's not hilarious. It's terribly sad, but enjoy this because you don't have these rules in your house. Let our pain be your gain. We have rules in the house. If there's one banana left, you are not allowed to eat it. If there's one pizza left, you are not allowed to eat it. It's like rationing for Cal.
If there's one Uncrustable, you're
You are
not allowed to eat it.
Like, it's like if we get down to the bare minimum, we tell the other kids, and there's several food categories, you are not allowed to eat it.
Yes.
Because if you do, we will have to race out to the store, which is terribly annoying. Like,
this is serious.
oh, it's serious. Like, do you know what an idiot I think people think of me when I literally run into the store, panic, and buy
A box of Uncrustables.
or Funyuns and bananas?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the guy's looking at me and going, "What's the point? Like, you raced here for Funyuns and bananas?" I'm like, "Dude, you have no idea." Like,
well, sometimes you can't even find Uncrustables.
Not
I'm
anymore.
like, do not eat his Uncrustables. You can make your own peanut butter and jelly, okay?
not anymore. And for what you pay now for Uncrustables, you used to be able to buy like 2 T-bone steaks. Like, they're it's so stupid, man. I'm like, really? This is how much this cost for this friggin' dough inside with peanut butter and jelly?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
but
2 years ago, I could buy 2 T-bone steaks for this. This is crazy, man.
it is crazy. But he really won't eat a homemade peanut butter and jelly.
No.
He won't.
And that's what's funny. It's like he thinks now that that's a peanut butter and jelly, the Uncrustable. Like, if you say, "Do you want a peanut butter and jelly?" and he goes, "Yeah," and if you actually give him a real peanut butter and jelly, he'll throw it on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't want the crust. It has to be cut a certain way.
You know how some pizza's square?
Yes.
Like the Totino? I don't even know if he would eat that anymore.
He doesn't like that anymore because it doesn't have a crust.
He used to love the Totino's pizza, which are great because back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like 9 months ago, they were like 10 for $1.
I know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Literally at Winn-Dixie, they would run a deal sometimes 10 for $1.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, but it's like winning the lottery. I'm like, 10 for $1? I'd buy 20. I had a separate basket for Totino's pizza. Like, boy, not anymore. Now it's like 1 for $10. They've totally, if they kept the same sticker, they just switched the 1 and the 10. It's a huge ripoff now.
Oh my gosh.
It's not even
No,
fun.
he has to have a crust.
Yeah. I wanted to get to, we already talked. Okay, so we already did our field trip Fridays. I think that's the other thing, too, is we talk about creativity and being able to
Allergies.
switch it. Yeah, your allergies are great. You're coughing all
Sorry.
over the dog. He's like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those trees in the backyard. We have an oak tree.
Yeah.
And the pollen is so bad right now.
For now.
I have an itch in the back of my throat.
Our backyard is destroyed because of this tree, and that tree's coming down one way or another. And I hope it's with, I hope we can remain friends with our neighbors. But one way or another, that tree's coming down, man.
Oh my gosh.
That tree's horrible. That's the whole thing that, like, being creative and different, and you just, like we were just sitting around yesterday and we're like, okay, so Cal's not going to his school anymore on Fridays. What are we going to do to make this worthwhile?
Right.
So we literally came up with Field Trip Fridays. We're going to pick a different place, obviously on Fridays, and just go so he can have an experience. And then teach him about Field Trip Fridays. Like he may never be able to go on a field trip like most other kids can, and that's kind of sad. But
it is sad.
But we'll make him understand or we'll at least give him the opportunity to know what a field trip is. And we'll just do it ourselves. And that'll be fun for us too. Like different. Plus, he loves doing videos and stuff like that. So I'm like, what a cool thing to go and like get videos for Field Trip Fridays. And people like, I don't know, they write us and they say, we like watching your reels and stuff like that. And so I don't know, give us another opportunity to kind of showcase what he's doing and stuff. So.
Well, and this is going to be easier because we're not going to have all the kids with us. The focus can just be him.
Just him, yeah.
Yeah, which I like. Plus, it's super expensive to take the whole family anywhere.
Plus, it's
for real.
Oh, it
5
is.
Kids.
Oh my God.
7 of us.
Yeah, 5 kids. So you do like 5 kids. All right, so that's admission times 5. Oh, I'm hungry. Food times 5. Hey, I want to buy this. Buying junk times 5. Right?
Yeah,
everything's times 5. Right.
I know.
So
no, it'll be good.
It's gonna be a good opportunity to do that Field Trip Fridays. We do have to sit down and make a list. Like we'll definitely start at the aquarium. We'll do the aquarium, the zoo, whatever. But I want to find like some weird, like funky places that people wouldn't really think to take their kids that he might like.
Okay.
Just different place, just something, because it's all sensory stuff. Like you never know. We may go somewhere and he may be like, "Whoa, this is awesome." You know?
But I really want to go to the zoo. He likes sea life, but he hasn't been to the zoo to see animals, and I think he'd really like it.
Oh yeah, I mean he watches his shows and he's all about his animals.
Yeah,
so that'll be pretty cool. All right, dailyautism.com. That is where you can go to link to our socials, watch the reels, also Funyuns Friday. So we're posting today. You'll see a picture of Cal and his Funyuns. It's his favorite snack food. In honor of that, and to help spread awareness, obviously we want to, I don't know, find our little goofy, ridiculous way to spread awareness. So we give away a bag of Funyuns every Friday. All you have to do is like, comment, or share the post, and you get points for doing each. So the more time, if you like, comment, and share, you're getting extra points.
Right. So if you like and comment, you get 1 point each. If you share, you get 2.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yep.
So
you can get up to 4 points.
Up to 4 points.
And you can even do all the socials if you
Sure.
want.
Facebook and Instagram is where they go. I even had some people on LinkedIn last week do it, so I'll have to do it again on LinkedIn because people were. You'd be surprised. It's so funny, like LinkedIn, because most people are professional. My profile pic is me sitting at a bar, tiki bar with a beer.
Yeah.
But that's just my version of professionalism, right? But it's funny to see like a guy in a suit comment how much he loves Funyuns.
Yeah, that's
like,
funny.
This is pretty cool. All right, real quick, AspireNutrition.com. The magic number is 13 billion. 13 billion. What's that number, Melissa? 13 billion.
A lot.
No, I know it's a lot, but what am I talking about?
You're talking about the probiotics.
Yes, 13 billion colony-forming units in the BioHeal from Aspire Nutrition. You can go to dailyautism.com. You will see our link for Aspire Nutrition. We've got Cal on this stuff. Obviously we're talking about, pizza and Funyuns and stuff, which is even why this is so important to get these probiotics into his little autism tummy.
And he's had it for about a week, and I've definitely noticed a difference.
Definitely noticed a difference. I'll tell you, the big reduction has been him grabbing his tummy and rubbing it and asking us to rub it with him. That is something that has massively decreased.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, that has been a constant in his life, asking us to rub his tummy. I mean, the doctors were telling us, you're going to have to work probiotics because of his diet, and then obviously just the gut issues with autism in general. I just love that the founder of this company, he got inspired to do this because his son was diagnosed with autism. So
I think that's great.
Yeah, it's good. And, the whole family, too, being able to jump on these products, the multivitamin, getting all this stuff that we would never normally eat. I mean, get your kids excited about eating a shiitake mushroom. Good luck. But you can do it in this Aspire Nutrition multi that we've been doing. I will say the Beyond Omega has been a huge hit in the house.
Everyone loves it.
I mean, it's probably going to run out this weekend. But to get the Omega 369, those fatty acids, and the way that they have it in that creamsicle flavor, really, really good. So AspireNutrition.com. You guys are the best. I'm jumping on their daily detox next week. I'm excited about that. AspireNutrition.com. You can find our link at dailyautism.com. to check out the products that we're using from them. And feel free to message us, too, if you have any questions about the products and what we're doing. All right, you ready for the weekend?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Dog has to go potty. Funyuns Friday.